There are times when it's extremely good to repress emotions. Do you remember whenever there was a disaster in the world, the news bulletin would always say, and trained counsellors are at the scene? Do you remember that? It doesn't matter what it was, and trained counsellors are at the scene. And I was always fascinated by what were these trained counsellors doing. They weren't firemen, they weren't police, they weren't paramedics, but they were there to help people and make them feel better. And they did something called psychological debriefing, which was immediately say, whilst there's still smoke and cannons going off, all that stuff. So how was it for you? What was it like when you saw, and all this stuff? And I was always suspicious of it. I thought, why are we doing this? And we tried to do trials and we couldn't, because everyone said that's heartless. Maybe it doesn't work, but you can't stop being nice to people. Finally, we and lots of others did those trials, and we showed that if you went through your emotions, how was it when you saw your wife stabbed to death or something? Obviously quite upsetting, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you did that, but compared to those who didn't, not only did it not work, you were twice as likely to develop PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It was literally bad for you to do it at that time. And what we do now is not do that, obviously. And there are lots of reasons why that would have the result it did. My own view is much more, it was about the professionalization of distress. Feeling awful is normal, but talking to a psychologist, psychiatrist means there's something wrong with you, and there isn't anything wrong with you. And there's a truly beautiful trial from Sweden recently by Emily Holmes, who's at the same unit as this paper has come from, in which if you get people, instead of saying, how was it for you, but to play Tetris for an hour, you decrease the rate of PTSD because you stop them developing memories that will become flashbacks. That's proper neuroscience.